Hi, Stargazers, Arik here, and we're going to be having the new moon in Taurus, which is the final new moon during the Tree of Life journey that we're going through, and it could have come at a better time. So I just kind of want to explain really quick the new, like what's available on the new moons in general, because every new moon we have about 12, give or take, new moons a year, one in each astrological sign, and it's different every single year, every single month. And it's like we have these different phases of the moon. So we have the new moon and the full moon. These ones are pretty obvious. Of course, you have like the waxing and the waning as it's growing, and it's like kind of like going invisible, throughout the course of a month. But it's really the new moons are a time to really kind of plant what you want. In the zodiac hack system, it's very unique. Where a lot of other astrological schools, they kind of do different things. They have it a little bit upside down on its head, but really what we want to do during the new moon is we want to plant, we want to program, we want to intend. And then we want to grow with that light as it goes into the full moon. And then at that point, we want to harvest or remove obstacles. So if you use like a garden as an example, what you want to do, of course, is you want to plant on the new moon, and then you want to harvest or weed out things on the full moon. And then that's the process, for your cosmic garden of life that we're doing all the time. And so every seed and every harvest or weeding, and by weeding, I mean like melting down obstacles and of course, going through all that. I have actually written a workbook about this. You can get and read all about that in depth. And I do these deep dive meditations every month with the moon, that can give you a lot of empowerment and connection to what's available. But this is how we make our reality. And it's so important that we are visualizing that we're doing things now, with this, everything that's going on with this, the current state of the world, everything that's going on. It's really important that we are using our ability to visualize so that we can help bring the agendas that played to an end. And they are failing, and so they're freaking out. They're trying to find new things, new ways to express themselves. Light is increasing. Most people have a very hard time believing that something like this is even possible, that there's evil that exists in the world that would do something like this. And whether you want to wake up to that or not, it's completely up to you. But we don't need everybody to believe in that, because belief is not required. We only need a minimum amount of people to be visualizing, increasing the light, and creating a new reality. So of course, this all ties in with the new moon in Taurus that's coming up, this on May 12th. Okay. And what I want to mention is, of course, I'm doing the online workshop, so please sign up. It's $14. You can join live, or you can watch the replay at any time, really. So this new moon in Taurus is really it has to do with evil energies and banishing evil energies, and eliminating evil energies from your space, from your home. And I'm going to talk about what is evil, because it's more common than you would think. But you have to imagine that what kind of effects it's having is that there's this notion of samskara, right? Sanskara. And this is like an energy scar. So if you've been attacked, or if there's a wound in your space, someone has an argument in a room, that leaves an energy scar on the space. And if you walk into that, months, days, years later, lifetimes later, you can begin to be impacted and influenced by that energy. And it can grow, and it can open up into dimensions and let things in. It's really, really, really intense. That's why Aurelia and I, we do this space clearing, ghost busting service for skyscrapers, homes, commercial properties, farmlands, like all. I mean, think of all the wars, everything that's going on. There's really a lot of samskara, that things that, if you think about spring cleaning, you need to be cleaning on these different layers as well. So it can make or break a business, for example, or relationship, these unseen forces. So anyhow, these are these energy imprints in space that can impact your home, impact your health even, and they have to be cleared out. And so that's what's really amazing about this new moon in Taurus, is it's going to kind of bring our attention onto these evil energies, so that we can get rid of them. And really, and to not plant new ones. So it's about healing the mind, healing the mind before we have thoughts, before we're having thinking processes as well. So it's a really powerful time to do visualizations and to think about what it is that you want to visualize, whether it's for yourself or for the world. And ideally, what you want for yourself is for the world, more or less. So this is a very powerful workshop where I will be talking about healing your mind and breaking habits. And, we'll be working, of course, talking about the reticular activating system, and all of that. It's a part in the brain that has to do with visualization and protecting yourself. So it's a really powerful new moon that it's in the tree of life journey that we're going through. And again, it's like if you're having a hard time accepting that governments or bodies of authority would do something so selfish, or that they would take orders from bankers who are so selfish, then now is the time to really kind of open your mind up to that, so that you can see what you can do, place your orders with the universe and the quantum field, and construct a new reality that's free from all this madness and this negativity and this evil that's going on. So this is, once again, this is about the pre-processing of your mind. So in software, we have pre-processors that input data, and then after they've inputted that data, they produce output that's used by another program. So within our minds, so within Zodiac Hacks, how this works in astrology is that we have the thinking process that occurs before you have thoughts. So pre-processing is before processing. And this is the place where you can completely heal your mind and improve your reality. So the pre-processing is the activity that precedes a thought. And I will go into this in depth in the workshop, but for those of you who don't know, I go very deep. We dive very deep into the themes of the moon, of the sun, all of that, because it grants us access to shift the narrative and to change everything that's going on. Now, the chart of this new moon in Taurus, it's also in alignment with what's called the black moon. So we have to be very mindful of our fears and to not intend with fears, because when we intend with fear, it's not gonna end well. It might look good for a second, like we're escaping, we're safe, but it's gonna create problems down the line. We don't want to act from a place of fear, because that's negative energy that hijacks our manifestation process, because you have a manifestation process. Fears and ghosts don't. So they want to, tear into our dimension, possess us, and then use our manifestation process to manifest what they want. And that's what's going on. So we have to really stop that now, heal our minds, set our intentions, push back the fear as far as possible, and cleanse negativity. So that's like with essential oils, aura, temple, using some sage, ghost busting, getting some kind of space clearing, something. It's invading your space. It's invading our world, and now we want to clear it out. Specifically, this is about fears of being bored, which are so many of us are going through. So many people, they don't know what to do being locked in their home. And this is fear of boredom, also fear of failure, like what's going on with the economy. It might look good on the outside, but it's a lot is going on behind the scenes, and it's kind of like this pump and dump game going on. So really, it's like like digital currencies are increasing, as we know. Everything's going into digital. There's talk of chip and this and that in Taiwan, everything. So it's like we got to really be mindful of this and shift this narrative, because not everyone's on board with what's going on here, and not everyone is well, let me just leave it at this. It's like there are these lurking energies within your space that keep you depressed, keep you afraid, keep you unable to find the light at the end of the tunnel. But this new moon will help you find what you're looking for, and so that you can get the courage to heal your mind, heal the pre-processor and the processor. So the question for this new moon is, of course, what do I need to give up in order to find myself? See you guys in the workshop. Send this to anyone in your reality that you think needs it, and take care of yourself. Let me know also how this new moon's going for you. All right. My name's Arik. Bye.